Hi, in today's installment of Cinefilm Recap, we will be discussing the 2016 thriller film Hacker. The story's main character, Alex, kicks off the introductory scene by introducing his family and explaining that they moved to Canada in the hope of having a better life. Their financial crisis has made their life very difficult. Additionally, his parents have frequent quarrels, which irritate him greatly. Additionally, he claims he does not have any friends with whom he can socialize, so he is constantly on the computer. Years pass while he spends his time playing video games and surfing the internet, but his parents' quarrels continue. Alex eventually gets his first job on one of the websites as a clicker. He earns $20 for every 1,000 clicks, which isn't much, but he believes that all great things begin with the small ones, so he becomes more interested in the financial world and eventually gains more knowledge about how it operates. One night, when he hears his parents arguing, he decides to walk out and buy some coffee after learning about the financial system and its flaws online. The dark web, which is popular in the cyber world, is available in the coffee shop. When Alex returns home, he notices his mother crying, and when he inquires, she informs him that she has lost her job. Following this, Alex goes to his room and gives his mother the money that he has saved. As a consequence of this, it is possible that they will lose their home. When his mother first sees the money, she is taken aback. Alex tells his mother that he has been saving it for college fees, but she is unable to believe him. Despite his mother's resistance, Alex demands that his mother take the money. Because keeping their house is the most important priority right now, Alex is furious with the bank that fired his mother. He wants to increase his income as quickly as possible, so he searches the internet for opportunities that are similar. However, all of the outcomes turn out to be a scam. Suddenly, he recalls the criminal organization Dark Web and searches for it. He wants to join the group, but the admin says he must be invited or commit an illegal act in order to join. He creates a simple website to sell bogus supplements and thinks about who he can sell them to. He then recalls Randy, a bully at his college who is obsessed with proteins. When Alex sells protein supplements at a low price, Randy falls for it. Alex is able to access all of Randy's information after submitting this information to them because to the fact that Randy uses his father's credit card. The following clip shows Alex joining the group that operates on the dark web. One of Dark Web's members texts Roosevelt. Alex Roosevelt agrees to help him earn money at his own risk, and then Roosevelt offers Alex a job as a black market trader, providing Alex with goods at a fraction of their market value. And Alex should sell them first. First, he should sell a couple of gaming laptops, which he easily does and earns good money for. Alex sends Roosevelt's share and uses the remaining funds to purchase a new laptop. Alex believes he is in business and enjoys it tremendously. He has already arranged 30 grand in 4 weeks, which previously took 4 years. One day, Alex decides to leave home and relocate to a big city for his studies. He finds out that the semester at his new college will not begin until January, and in order to make ends meet, he keeps running his illegal enterprise. Alex is now able to acquire credit card numbers and fake IDs so that he can shop online. With the credit card numbers and IDs that he buys, he is able to purchase several high-end Rolex watches. But he is unable to sell it at the same rate as in the past because there are an excessive number of law enforcement officials in the new location, and it is not as simple as it was in the past. To put his good fortune to the test, he travels to Chinatown and seeks to sell the watch for $10,000 apiece. However, none of the merchants in Chinatown will buy the watch from him. Several people also suspect that it was stolen, while at the same time, a man named Sai approaches him and tells him that he can sell his 3 watches for more than $30,000. 30% of the proceeds initially dubious, Alex eventually accepts, to his surprise. After Sai successfully sells the watches for $35,000, Alex is curious as to how fast he sold it. Sai says he will disclose it only if Alex reveals how he obtained the watches, and Alex agrees. In the next scene, Sai describes how he sells that they start selling diverse products and become partners in crime, making 60 grand in a short time. Alex sends some money to his family and saves the rest after college starts. But Alex realizes that college life is not for him, so he drops out and continues his business with Sai in the hopes of accomplishing something significant. One day, a friend from Sai's club named Robin gives Alex and Sai a credit card that belonged to a customer from another country. Alex observes that the card has a significant amount of money. In the first, he is hesitant to hack into the account because it is too dangerous, but Sai convinces him to do so. After that, they forge an identification document and steal money from the bank without getting detected. The next day, Alex discovers that the bank that fired his mother is on the list of vulnerable institutions, so he decides to exact vengeance by breaking into the bank and hacking the data. However, security apprehended him while he was installing a computer parasite. Before he could escape, guards took him to the chief of security and questioned him. The head of security warns the employee that he will report him to the authorities if he does not disclose the malicious software. Alex notes that the security system at the bank is not very strong. As a direct result of this, he tries to negotiate his release by offering to improve the safety measures of the prison at no cost in exchange for being allowed to go free. Because of his popularity, Alex becomes well known on the dark web. Zed, the creator of the dark web, also likes his work, and Sai arranges a date for Alex with a girl named Kira. During their first meeting, they agreed to collaborate on a dark web business. Kira is more knowledgeable about the dark web and bitcoins. She is able to create fraudulent credit cards, and how to use onion browsing with Kira as a partner in crime. Their business grows quickly. Kira also has many clients and can sell their items quickly. Alex and Sai are interested, but she claims that her uncle helps her discover clients, and as time goes by, Alex starts to have concerns about Kira's ability to have so many contacts without any effort. Sai wonders why she needs to work with them, she is already so good by herself. Alex thinks Sai is overthinking. One evening, Kira invites Alex to join her in Hong Kong. Alex feels that Sai is overthinking one evening to grow their business, but Alex says he can't, because he can't leave his best friend alone. Sai, who is lying on the couch, hears them talking and becomes suspicious. One day, the three of them come to the conclusion that they should go to their most significant sale. To that point, they have enormous products that they need to sell, but to their astonishment, Kira is able to simply convince the purchasers to acquire all of the things simultaneously. Sai interrupts Kira as she is ready to close the deal in order to speak with the clients. He says that he wants to establish trust with his clients, adding that it is fine if they don't buy everything since he wants their customers to stay loyal in the future. But Kira insists that the purchasers buy everything or there won't be a contract as a result. Both Sai and Kira get into a fierce confrontation. In the meantime, Alex approaches the head client and touches him, which causes the client to become enraged and pull out his revolver. The client is so upset that he cancels the transaction and tells them that they will get into serious trouble if they try to work with anyone he knows. That same evening, they see a police officer looking at their truck. For a brief moment, all three of them are terrified, but thankfully, the cop walks away without doing anything. As a result, Alex believes they are no longer safe in their current location. They decide to move to Hong Kong as a result, and the three of them operate their businesses more effectively thereafter, making it their new home. Despite the fact that they have a lot of wealth and a prosperous existence, Alex is of the opinion that they are not making any advancements and that their lives are getting increasingly uninteresting. Alex intends to put up a fight against the system. In the next scene, the three are at the bar at Sai's birthday party, where Sai is inebriated and gets into a fight with the random guy. Consequently, Sai and Alex are cast in jail, where Sai realizes his error and apologizes to Alex. Sai and Alex are soon released, and Kira claims that her uncle helped them. Sai returns the next day with a large sum of money, demonstrating that he can still buy and sell items, and is sincerely sorry for his wrongdoing. Alex was upset when Sai shows the card that he used for the transaction that he completed, because he had specifically barred anyone from using that card for any transaction. Alex, enraged, informs him that he has gotten careless and could put all of them in danger. He then instructs Sai to go back to Toronto, and Sai, who is broke and decides to leave gently, follows suit. Alex and Kira decide to attack all Hong Kong ATMs to attract Zed's attention. They execute their plan and earn $2.3 million after attacking the ATMs. They leave a card bearing the dark web's logo. When officials from the government learn about this, they begin an inquiry. On the other side, their strategy is successful, but Kira is not happy about it. She expresses her desire to stop being involved in the business. Instead, she expresses a desire to spend the rest of her life with Alex, but he is opposed to this idea since he is determined to get revenge on the banks. While they are arguing, they notice that Zed has promoted Alex to the role of dark web underboss. After that, Alex wants a meeting with Zed, and Zed initially denies it. Nevertheless, Alex convinces Zed by telling him that billions of dollars are at stake. The next day, they head to a large factory to meet Zed. When they arrive, they find Zed inside the plant, seated in a wheelchair. Zed cautions them that if they want to work for him, they must comply with his conditions. They are not allowed to make any mistakes, and if they do, they must perish alongside their loved ones and companions. Sai leaves a voicemail for Alex in which she expresses her regret for everything that has happened and begs for a second chance. He is at the hotel waiting for Alex and Kira at the same time as two unknown people unexpectedly break into the hotel room. When Alex and Kira arrive at the room, they find Sai dead in the bathtub. Alex realizes it is the actions of the foreign customer who owns the card that Alex forbids Sai from using. He also realizes that if Sai did not return, they would be the ones to die, despite his friend's death. Alex has made the decision to work for Zed. As members of Zed's team, Alex and Kira are currently plotting an assault on the financial system. They begin their preparations by staging the murder of the chairman of the Federal Reserve. As a result of the market's rapid decline and the rapid dissemination of news and articles about the chairman's demise, other wealthy investors become terrified. After finishing their assignment, Alex and Kira get in their car to head back home. The dark web team then splits up the stolen money. Suddenly, two unidentified agents abduct both Alex and Kira, bring them into an occupied building, separate Alex and Kira, and leave Alex unconscious after injecting him with the drug. When Alex regains consciousness, he discovers that his possessions have been destroyed. He has no idea who these people are or why they kidnapped him. He then tries to contact Kira and Zed, but is unsuccessful. After that, Alex flies to Bangkok to meet Kira, where they had agreed to meet, it turns out, at the Temple of Dawn. 2 days after the procedure, the days pass, but Kira does not show. Alex starts to feel alone, and one day, he decides to check the internet at a cyber cafe. He pays with a fake credit card. He finds that the state government has taken down the dark web on the internet and that Zed and Kira were both killed by government agents. Meanwhile, the proprietor of the cyber cafe calls the authorities to report that Alex used a counterfeit credit card. Shortly after the police arrive, they arrest Alex, and he will spend the next 2 years in jail. Initially, he is depressed and enraged, but as time passes, he considers resuming his simple life. He misses his parents dreadfully. 2 years later, Alex is released from prison. Kira admits everything when she is questioned, which happens as soon as he steps out of the prison and sees her waiting for him. Kira's uncle, who had always seemed strange, was revealed to be a CIA agent. All of the client's threats and scams were part of the CIA's plot to capture Zed and bring an end to the entire cybercrime network. He utilizes Kira to get closer to Alex and make him the top of the dark web. She also reveals that the CIA had a different plan for Kira, leaving her no choice but to wait for Alex's release. Now that the two young hackers are free of the chaos, they can start a new life. Thank you for viewing. Please subscribe to Cinefilm Recap and enable notifications to view more videos like this.